Hello and welcome to this video where we will use Pico W or Pico 2W. The device I'm using is Pico 2W and we'll use it to connect to Wi-Fi. And when we're connecting to Wi-Fi, I will also make sure that it will work, and I will test it out using a simple wiring with an LED and just to show that the status is on. And also I will connect to Open Meteo to get the temperature data to show you that it works. And in the future video, I will also connect to an LCD screen. I will not do simulation as I've done in most other videos, because now we want the board to actually connect to our Wi-Fi. Okay, here I am in Visual Studio Code. I will just increase this a little bit. And we will start with connecting here. MicroPico initialize MicroPico project. Okay, now I have this here and we're good to go. I'll start here a main.py, and I will also create a wifi.py here. Okay. Starting with main, we will do it in main.py first, and then I will move out the code to wifi.py. Okay. Here import time, and I will have time.sleep point 1, and I will also do, and you can see my connection here. I have just connected, and this is very standard. We've done it several times before. I won't show how to connect it. Okay, so now we need something called import rp2, and we need import network. You can do with this is that you can choose which country. This is to get the correct radius signals. Okay, let's see. My keyboard got stuck. Okay, I'm in Sweden, so it's SE. So you need to take a look into your country code and then use that one that it connects to the correct one. Okay. And then I will also have here, I will create Wi-Fi credentials.json. If you're working in GitHub, Git repository, you should definitely git ignore this one. You don't want to share your Wi-Fi credentials. Basically, in my Wi-Fi, I have s equals to, and I have password equals Wi-Fi password, for example. Wi-Fi password, and I can call this Wi-Fi SSD, and then I will type this in, and I will type it in elsewhere. You won't see it, but I will type it in now, and I will type this one in as well. Okay, now I'll close it down. Now, the thing is, I want to open this JSON file inside of my MicroPico or inside of my Pico, and I want to read from it. Okay. What I want to do is import JSON, and I want to have with open Wi-Fi credentials.json as file, and then I want to do credentials equals to json.load file. And what you should do now, I will just remove this one. What you should do is to print this out. Print credentials.get, and you can take, for example, the Wi-Fi SSID. This will, of course, not work because we have not uploaded the files. What you need to do is Shift Command P. And what you do is, since I have this folder as my root folder, if I do this and I do upload project to Pico, it will send everything to Pico. I'll do that. Upload project to Pico. That means the Wi-Fi credentials is there, and Wi-Fi.py is there as well, and main.py is there. You can take a look into this by writing import OS and an os.listdir, and you can see that these are there. And then if you run this one now, If you click run down here, and you should see your SSID printed out. I don't need to do that because I don't want to share any of my credentials. Instead, let's go on now. What I want to do is to have let's see, double WLAN VLAN equals to network.staif. That means station interface. It makes our Pico device into client mode that it can connect to a Wi-Fi or a gateway. Okay. And then what we want to do more is that VLAN time.active will turn on our radio Wi-Fi on the Pico. Okay. Do we make it active? And then we do VLAN dot connect. And what do you want to connect? You want to connect to your credentials. Credentials dot get as word, like this. And then you can print your VLAN, and we can start with this one. Or let's see, we should move this time.sleep up here actually. Like this, print VLAN, and then I want to print fstring VLAN dot ifconfig. You'll see what that means. Okay, I'm ready to run this one. Syntax error in JSON. Okay, let me just fix this. I'll move it to here and I'll fix it. Okay, let me see. I should open another VS Code and I'll just fix it here. Wi-Fi word. Oh, yes, I got it because it's the JSON. I wrote it as it would be .env. Sorry for that. Wi-Fi creds.example. I'll just show you an example.json. It should be like this. It should be this, and then Wi-Fi SSID colon whatever your SSID. I'll just write like this, comma Wi-Fi path. Then we do PSK or we do password like this, and then super secret password, something like that. Okay. This should, now it's in a JSON format and you should be able to work with it. You can try it out by printing it. I'll just fix mine. Okay. Now I have saved that one and I will upload project to Pico. And if I do OS list there, import OS there, and you can see my creds.example.json, but that doesn't matter. It's fine. Let's try now. Run. Yes, it works. Great. I will explain a little bit what these are. What you have here is the device IP address. And what this is the subnet mask. And here is the router gateway IP address, and here you have DNS server. I won't go into details about what these are, as these are a lot of networking terms. Instead, I will just see if this works or not, okay? And now what we do, we want to check if VLAN.stud, okay? Check if this is true or not. Okay, if I run this one, it's false. I run it again. It's false. Okay. What you need to know is that the Wi-Fi, it could be divided into two different ones, like one that is having 5 gigahertz or 6 gigahertz and one that has 2.4 gigahertz. You should choose the one with 2.4 gigahertz. But if you have both in one Wi-Fi, you can use that as well, but it takes a little bit longer time for it to connect. Let me make a loop here to see if we need to make it more robust and wait a little bit, I think. While waiting, we say we create a waiting time here. Waiting time equals to 10 seconds. Waiting time, while waiting time is larger than 0, what we should do is if VLAN dot is connected, we should say print connected to Wi-Fi, and then we can break out of this loop. Otherwise, waiting time minus equals to 1, and then we do time.sleep 1, and we print also print trying to connect to Wi-Fi. And if it's connected, we can do an F string here. Connected to Wi-Fi is true or false. Okay, this is outside of the while loop. I'll run it again, and you can see, connected to Wi-Fi, true. It takes a little bit of time for it to connect. Connected to Wi-Fi, it's true. Okay, good. Connected to Wi-Fi. Actually, yeah, exactly. It's connected to Wi-Fi. It jumps out. And then here we have connected to Wi-Fi, true. Okay, good. Now it works. How do we know that it works? Let's try out. I will go in Open. There's a page called Open Meteo. Here you have API to get the weather. You can choose your latitude, longitude, and you can choose what type of weather you want. And then afterwards, you will get here API documentation. You can also get, let me see. Here is some code, JSON return object, how that will look like. But you should also be able to see Python. Let's see. Here, you can click here, Python. And you can see the Python code for getting back data from Open Meteo. I'll try this API to get the temperature data in where I live. I live in Gothenburg. So I need to put in the longitude and latitude for that. I have prepared. It's a little bit different. You cannot use it directly as it is. Instead, you need to, for example, the request in MicroPython, you cannot put in params. Instead, you need to embed it directly inside of this URL, okay? But basically, it's these things that you want, okay? I have prepared my, let's see. We need to have, I will just copy my URL, my note. This is in Gothenburg. Let me just, here you can see this is openmeteo.com, one, and then forecast, question mark, and latitude 57.7072, and then longitude 11.9 something. And then the current temperature, current equals temperature 2m is 2 meters above ground, basically. Depending on how tall you are, if you are raising your hand, around that 2 meters. And what time zone you want, basically, okay? This is the URL. And based on this URL, we can do response equals to request. I need to import request. Import requests. Requests dot get URL and then dot JSON. And I want to print this out. Print response. Okay. Run this one. And you can see that is really cool. We get the API data, the response object back from Open Meteo inside of our Pico. And then it sends it back here to this MicroPico repo. Very cool. We're connected to the internet. Super cool, but this is not very useful. Instead, you want to get the current. Here you can, I want to get into let's see, current here, and then inside of current, I want to get into temperature 2M. Get current dot get temperature 2M. Basically, this is current temperature, current temp in, for example, yeah, exactly. And then I'll print f string current temp degrees Celsius. Okay. Run it again. 19.5 degrees Celsius. Cool. Can say like outdoor temperature is this. Run this one. Outdoor temperature, 19.5 degrees Celsius. Very cool. Okay, my LED is on because I have an old program running. What I can do is that I can make it turn on whenever, if it's connected, if the Wi-Fi is connected and if we will have connection to internet. Basically, you have this is connected here. You can just use an if statement to make it turn on or turn off. First, I will just refactor the code a little bit because it looks really messy. And you should definitely not put everything in one script. Okay, to refactor this, let's create it as, I'll just move this out. I'll move out these two here, RP2 as well. Cut this out. I'm going to wifi.py, paste it in, RP2, and downwards. Waiting time, while loop, yeah, and this print. Cut this out, put this into wifi.py, and here we need to have time as well, import time. And now we want to, here I want to have connect Wi-Fi. I want to have a function which I'm able to import from my main script, okay? Connect Wi-Fi, what do I want to have here? Waking time is nice, waking time. That means I don't need to hard code it. Waiting time equals 10. Okay. Yeah. These, I don't need this print. I could remove them, but I will keep it there. Let's see. Trying to connect to Wi-Fi, connected to Wi-Fi, it will jump out, and then I want to have instead of this connected to Wi-Fi, I want to return VLAN dot is connected. Okay, that means it will return a true or false because this returns bool, right? And this means that I can use this Wi-Fi and then connect Wi-Fi. I will have from Wi-Fi import connect Wi-Fi. And then basically what I want to do here is if connect Wi-Fi, I'll just print here, I am connected. Cool. Starting with this one, we will move everything in MicroPico upload project to Pico. Then I'll run this one. I am connected. Cool. And then we see the outdoor temperature. Very cool. It works to do it in this way. Now I want to just turn off my lamp. I will have here, I'll just do it there. From machine, import pin of 15,1 dot toggle. Now it's off. Okay, and what I want to do here is from machine import pin, and I want to do, let's see, equals to pin of 15, pin dot out, and then if we're connected, we want to do LED dot value of 1 and LED dot value of 0, basically. Okay. Yeah, but Okay, this is not checking it all the time. That means that if we lose connection in between, we'll not turn it off. You can modify the logic a little bit to make that happen, but this is totally fine for this demo here. Okay, now I will just move this upload project to Pico, and then I will run this one, and you can see it's on. Okay, cool. We can actually do, I will turn it off in the beginning. Okay, it's on. That is really cool. And we get the outdoor temperature. Think that now we print it here, but it would be nice to connect it to the LCD so that you can see the temperature on the LCD. But I hope that you learned a lot in this video and know how to connect to Wi-Fi. We created it in a different script here. We put in our credentials into Pico, and which is safe to do if you're doing a private project. No one is accessing your Pico. But if you're doing a public project where you have your Pico in a public place, maybe people will tinker it and connect it to a USB and then can extract your Wi-Fi credentials. That is not really good. What you could do then is that you could bundle it inside of your MicroPython, and then it will be much harder to find it out, but it's still possible to find it out. But I won't show you in this video. But I hope that you learned a lot in this video and be able to connect to Wi-Fi and connect to internet. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.